On that Khabib talk though, there was talks as we recently found out. Dana announced that apparently they were working on doing a Conor Khabib The Ultimate Fighter season, and that was going to happen. He thought he was making movements on that, and then Khabib shut it down after Conor's leaked messages. Now, if I'm being completely honest,
no time for that
call bullshit on all of this story. I think that
the whole thing.
I think it's possible that they were making talks with Khabib. We know Khabib shut it down. Mm-hmm. I don't think it was specifically because he leaked the messages. I think that Dana is trying to take another stab at Conor. I think they might have been a lot further from than what we think. Maybe it's true he shut it down because of that, but I don't think they were close to making the deal. I think I think Dana's really trying to take a stab at Conor.
I think that before this year, Khabib wanted nothing to do with Conor unless it was just like everything goes black and we wake up in a cage and everything surrounding that moment is gone. I don't think that Khabib had any interest in being on TV with Conor. And given the circumstances of this year for him, I do not think he has any time for that shit. I don't think he has anything in his heart for any kind of shenanigans, any kind of shit talking. He just doesn't have it. And it wouldn't be particularly good TV. I personally don't want to see, like, you remember, what was the classic when it was Chael Sonnen and what was it, Bigfoot? Or whatever that was.
I'm not sure.
Coaching the show, or I don't remember who was coaching, but I remember they kept behind the scenes. They kept saying, "Chael, you need to push him further. You need to keep on talking shit. You need to rattle him so that we get some good TV out of this." I would feel that would be so disrespectful to do that to Khabib, who would not be leading the charge in shit talking the other team.
They wouldn't do that to Khabib, and to be honest, like, no matter who they have, they're going to be doing that. But
so it would be so very disrespectful, I think, to do that to Khabib. And I think Khabib, I mean, Christ, push him far enough, he might just say, "I'm done with this show. I am leaving now."
They wouldn't push Khabib. They would let him do his own thing. Yeah. He's such a megastar. They'd let him do his own thing, especially given how dark that last build-up with the Conor fight was. Yeah. But I'm glad they're not doing it, to be honest. I think it would be too dark.
Yeah, I don't want to see that.
Could be doing, though, I wonder is if they do a Conor Khabib fight. So Conor and Porier, the Ultimate Fighter season. So just to give you a little bit of backstory, as we know, there were those leaked messages last week. Dana freaked out, said it broke the guy code. Conor and then announced and asked Porier to do a charity event completely unrelated to the UFC in Dublin, Ireland, or in Ireland in December. Mm-hmm. Porier accepted. Dana then said, "Fuck it, let's not make it not affiliated with the UFC. We'll give you that fight." Announced that he has offered that fight to both fighters. Porier says he actually hasn't gotten a contract. So we're not really sure what's going on there, but it looks like
obviously he just doesn't want to fight.
Of course. Dana is clearly open, at least, to the idea of a Conor Porier rematch, which I think is a fantastic fight. I think it's a perfect fight to make because Conor needs to earn in Khabib's eyes and in the rest of our eyes another shot against Khabib, and I think a win over Porier does that.
Yeah, I agree. And you can't just throw Conor in there whenever Conor's ready. It's bullshit. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see Conor unduly getting ahead of where he deserves to be. I mean, his last win was against Cowboy. It was a spectacular win. Beating Cowboy doesn't at 170. At 172. Beating Cowboy anywhere, I don't think puts you immediately up for title contention.
What do you mean? I think Nico Price should get the 155 title shot. He just beat Cowboy at 170. Oh, never mind. It was a draw. I lied. He didn't beat him. Oh
yeah. Okay. So you know what? They need to have a rematch so that we can determine who gets
immediate
the
rematch.
title.
Immediate for the number one contender as long as they beat Cowboy at 170.
Exactly.
Though I will say the one thing that really sucks is it always seems to bite Tony Ferguson in the ass, man.
Yeah.
Now Tony loses that Poirier fight. He doesn't have a Conor fight, and he has no one to fight to be the number one contender anymore.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame how quickly everybody is sort of forgotten about Tony. And I mean, God, the attention span within the fans of this sport is just so shitty. I mean, hell, just look at the dialogue online with Costa and Izzy.
Who sees a man win his first fight in 5 years and says, "Oh, he should keep fighting now." Sorry, moving on.
Yeah. Roie, that was a shitty comparison, and you goddamn son of a bitch, fuck you. Everybody, comment "fuck you, Roie" in the comments.
I don't think enough people listen for that to be a real problem, but I mean,
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna lead the charge.
Hey, if we get millions of "fuck you, Roie" comments in the chat, honestly, I'd be happy. Let's do it. Bring it on, boys. The Ultimate Fighter that I think Adam was mentioning in the chat, in the group chat the other week. He mentioned 3 potential ones. He mentioned the Colby one. He mentioned the Colby and Masvidal, as we know. We know the Khabib one. The Khabib and Conor one, and he said Poirier Conor was that 3rd one. I think that would be a really, really fun the Ultimate Fighter season as well. People like Poirier. He's a great personality. He's maybe not a huge trash talker, but he can hold his own, and he's just a good guy that people like to listen to.
Yeah, and it ends up with a great fight that everybody wants to see. I think in my dream, I think it would make really good entertainment. I mean, even though obviously they have the history they have, and it shouldn't happen. But God, how much I would love to see Holloway and Volkanovski as coaches against each other on Ultimate Fighter.
If they did it a while ago, but the thing is as well, it would. I kind of like if you did like a Volkanovski as like your Oceania region against like Europe or against North America or something.
If they're gonna have an Oceanic coach, it's got to be Izzy.
Or you do a double season.
Ooh, and then you get the double fight at the end. 2 versus 2. Amazing. My God. It could be like wrestling. We could have folding chairs in there and 2x4s. It'd be incredible.
Look, if they did Izzy with his assistant coach Volkanovski, and then they did like Jared Cannonier with assistant coach Korean Zombie or something, or Brian Ortega. That would be a lot of weird glances at each other because they couldn't really shit talk each other. That would be funny though. Would be.